Neymar. In today's video we'll learn about Neymar. Going through the sections. Abstract, early life, club career, international career, player profile, outside football, career statistics, honors, external links. Abstract. Neymar da Silva Santos Jr., known as Neymar, is a Brazilian professional footballer who plays as a forward for Ligue 1 club Paris Saint-Germain and the Brazil national team. He is widely regarded as one of the best players in the world. Neymar came into prominence at Santos, where he made his professional debut aged 17. He helped the club win 2 successive Campeonato Paulista championships, a Copa do Brasil, and the 2011 Copa Libertadores, the latter being Santos' first since 1963. Neymar was twice named the South American Footballer of the Year, in 2011 and 2012, and soon relocated to Europe to join Barcelona. As part of Barcelona's attacking trio with Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez, he won the continental treble of La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the UEFA Champions League, and finished third for the FIFA Ballon d'Or in 2015 for his performances. He then attained a domestic double in the 201,516 season. In 2017, Neymar transferred to Paris Saint-Germain in a move worth $222 million, making him the most expensive player ever. In France, Neymar won 3 league titles, 2 Coupe de France, and 2 Coupe de la Ligue, which included a domestic treble and being voted Ligue 1 Player of the Year in his debut season. Neymar helped PSG attain a domestic quadruple in the 201,920 season, and led the club to its first ever Champions League final. With 64 goals in 103 matches for Brazil since debuting at age 18, Neymar is the second highest goal scorer for his national team, trailing only Pelé. He was a key player in Brazil's victories at the 2011 South American Youth Championship, where he finished as leading goal scorer, and the 2013 FIFA Confederations Cup, where he won the Golden Ball as player of the tournament. His participation in the 2014 FIFA World Cup and 2015 Copa América was cut short by injury and a suspension, respectively, before captaining Brazil to their first Olympic gold medal in men's football at the 2016 Summer Olympics. 2 years later, having renounced the captaincy, he featured at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Off the pitch, Neymar ranks among the world's most prominent sportsmen. SportsPro named him the most marketable athlete in the world in 2012 and 2013, and ESPN cited him as the world's 4th most famous athlete in 2016. In 2017, Neymar was included by Time in its list of the 100 most influential people in the world. By 2018, France Football ranked Neymar the world's 3rd highest paid footballer. In 2019, Forbes ranked him the world's 3rd highest paid athlete, and 4th highest paid in 2020. This project compresses information gathered from Wikipedia in video format. Why should I watch it? Studies prove that reading while listening improves comprehension, increases speed as well as expands vocabulary and enhances fluency. Provide your feedback on the comments section. Support the channel by subscribing and liking the video, thanks. Early life. Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. was born in Mogi das Cruzes, São Paulo, to Neymar Santos Sr. and Nadine da Silva. He inherited his name from his father, who was a former footballer, and became his son's advisor as Neymar's talents began to grow. Neymar comments on his father's role: "My father has been by my side since I was little. He takes care of things, my finances and my family." Growing up, Neymar combined his love of futsal with street football. Neymar said that futsal had a massive influence on him growing up, helping him develop his technique, speed of thought and ability to perform moves in tight spaces. In 2003, Neymar moved with his family to São Vicente, where he began playing for youth side Portuguesa Santista. Then, later in 2003, they moved to Santos, where Neymar joined Santos FC. With the success of his youth career and added income, the family bought their first property, a house next to Vila Belmiro, Santos' home stadium. Their quality of family life improved, as at age 15, Neymar was earning 10,000 reais per month, and at 16, 125,000 reais per month. At 17, he signed his first full professional contract, was upgraded to the Santos first team, and began signing his first sponsorship deals. Club career. Neymar began playing football at an early age, and he was soon spotted by Santos FC, who offered him a contract in 2003, where he was inducted into their youth academy, which has, in the past, produced Brazilian internationals like Coutinho, Clodoaldo, Diego, Elano, and Alex. He also joined the likes of Pepe, Pelé and Robinho in starting out his career at the club, nicknamed Peixe. While in the youth academy, Neymar met Paulo Henrique Gonçalves, becoming good friends in the process. Age 14, Neymar traveled to Spain for tryouts with the Real Madrid youth team, at the time when Real had stars like Ronaldo, Zinedine Zidane, David Beckham, Roberto Carlos, and Robinho. He did not stay in Madrid, however, as his father decided at the time that he preferred the young prodigy to keep growing up while playing at Santos. Neymar made his professional debut on March 7, 2009. Despite being only 17 years old, he was brought on for the last 30 minutes, in a 2-1 win against Oeste. The following week he scored his first goal for Santos against Mogi Mirim. 1 month later, on 11th of April, Neymar scored the decisive goal in a 2-1 win against Palmeiras in the 2009 Campeonato Paulista semi-final first leg. In the final, however, Santos suffered a 4-2 aggregate defeat to Corinthians. In his first season, Neymar racked up 14 goals in 48 games. South American football journalist Tim Vickery on Neymar in 2010. Neymar continued his ascendancy in 2010, and, on April 15, 2010, he scored 5 goals for Santos in an 81 rout of Guarani in the qualifying stages of the Brazilian Cup. Following the 2010 Campeonato Paulista in which Neymar scored 14 goals in 19 games, the club were crowned champions after a 55 aggregate win over Santo André in the finals. Neymar was subsequently given the award for the best player in the competition. Neymar's performances for Santos have drawn comparisons to other Brazilians, including Robinho and Brazilian legend Pelé. In 2010, Santos rejected a £12 million bid for him from English Premier League team West Ham United, and later an offer from another English club, Chelsea, reported to be in the region of £20 million. Despite Santos' unwillingness to sell and Neymar himself insisting "I'm focused only on Santos," his agent, Wagner Ribeiro, indicated that Neymar's career was elsewhere, stating he wants to become the best player in the world. The chances of him doing that while playing in Brazil are zero. Although 1 year later Neymar admitted, in an interview with the Daily Telegraph, that he had been happy with Chelsea's interest in him as it was a dream of his to play in Europe, while also stating that at the time it had been the right decision to stay in Brazil. On November 30, 2010, Santos sold a 5% share of future transfer fees that he would receive to an investment group, Terceira Estrela Investimentos S.A., TISA, for 3,549,900 Brazilian reais, $1.5 million. The previous year, his family had sold a 40% stake in Neymar's sporting rights to the Disa Sport Group, who had been a long-term strategic partner of Santos Football Club. Despite his first 2 seasons being highly successful, having ended the 2010 season with an impressive 42 goals in 60 games, problems had been identified, namely Neymar's apparent taste for diving when tackled, rather than attempting to continue his run, and his attitude. The latter came to the forefront during a match with Atlético Goianiense, on September 15, 2010, when the Santos manager, Dorival Jr., appointed another player to take the penalty awarded for a foul on Neymar. His decision was based on the fact that Neymar had missed a crucial penalty during the Copa do Brasil final of that year, even if Santos went on to win. Reacting to this, Neymar turned his back on his manager, had to be calmed down by a linesman and argued with his captain, Edu Dracena. The fallout from this event was that Dorival Jr. wished to have Neymar suspended for 2 weeks, but the board sided with the player and promptly sacked the manager. Despite Neymar's apologies over the incident, some doubts still remain about his attitude. In December 2010, aged just 18, Neymar came third for the 2010 South American Footballer of the Year, behind Enders D'Alessandro and Juan Sebastian Verne. Neymar scored 6 goals during Santos' run to the 2011 Copa Libertadores finals, tying him for third top goal scorer, including the clinching goal of Santos' 43 aggregate win over Cerro Porteño in the semi-finals. In the 2-legged final, Santos faced Uruguayan side Peral and drew the first leg 0-0 in Montevideo. At home in the second leg, Neymar opened the scoring in the 46th minute as Santos held on for a 2-1 win and Neymar won man of the match honors. The win brought Santos their first Copa Libertadores triumph since 1963, when Brazilian legend Pelé was playing for the club. In September 2011, Santos club president Luis Ribeiro threatened to report Real Madrid to FIFA following reports that they had attempted to sign Neymar to a pre-contract agreement, and denied that such an agreement was in place. On November 9, 2011, Neymar and Santos agreed to a contract extension that would see the player stay with the club until after the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. The deal reportedly increased Neymar's wages by 50%, to the levels that top European clubs would be paying him. On December 14, 2011, Neymar scored the opening goal for Santos as they defeated Kashiwa Reysol 31 in the semi-finals of the FIFA Club World Cup at the Toyota Stadium in Toyota, Japan, but failed to score against Barcelona in the final on December 18, 2011, where Santos were defeated 40, finishing as runners-up in the competition. He won the 2011 FIFA Puskas Award for scoring a solo goal in the Brasileiro Serie A against Flamengo, in a 54 loss. On December 31, 2011, he won the 2011 South American Footballer of the Year award for the first time, by a record margin, following in the footsteps of Diego Maradona, Romario, Pelé, and Zico. On February 5, 2012, when he turned 20, Neymar scored his 100th goal as a professional football player, against Palmeiras in the Campeonato Paulista. On February 25, 2012 he scored 2 goals, one of which was from 25 yards and created 2 assists to help his side to a 6-1 win over Ponte Preta. On March 7, 2012, Neymar netted a hat-trick as Santos saw off Brazilian rivals Internacional 31 in the Copa Libertadores group stage match. On 29 March, he scored a brace against Garatonguet in a 50 victory. In the fixture against São Paulo on April 29, 2012, Neymar scored a hat-trick with the match ending 31. Thereafter, he went on to score twice in the first and second legs in the 2012 Campeonato Paulista finals against Guarani, which ended 72 on aggregate. Neymar finished the 2012 Campeonato Paulista with 20 goals and was voted the best player and best forward, and Santos were crowned champions. He was joint top scorer in the Copa Libertadores with 8 goals, after Santos were beaten over 2 legs by eventual champions Corinthians in the semi-finals. On August 25, 2012, he scored a brace in the 21 away win at Palmeiras. On November 3, 2012, in the Brasileiro Serie A away fixture at Cruzeiro, Neymar scored a hat-trick and assisted Felipe Anderson's goal, to help his side to a 40 win. Neymar finished off the 2012 season in style, first setting up Victor Andrade's equalizer, then scoring twice, to give Santos a 31 home win over Palmeiras on December 1, 2012. Neymar was voted the best player of the 2012 Recopa Sudamericana, with himself scoring in the second leg to win the title 20 on aggregate. He finished the 2012 Campeonato Brasileiro Serie A with 14 goals and being voted the best forward. Neymar finished the 2012 season, being awarded the Golden Ball, Arthur Friedrich Award, and Armando Nogueira Trophy. He was one of 3 finalists in the 2012 FIFA Puskas Award and finished runners-up behind Miroslav Stoch. He won the 2012 South American Footballer of the Year, retaining his award and winning it ahead of the likes of Ronaldinho. Neymar started the 2013 Campeonato Paulista scoring twice in the first match, which ended a 31 win over São Bernardo on January 19, 2013. 4 days later on January 23, 2013, Neymar scored again against Botafogo in a 30 win. On February 3, 2013, in the Paulista fixture against São Paulo, where Santos won 31, with Neymar scoring and making 2 assists. On March 18, 2013, Neymar told that he had a dream of playing in Europe, for a big club like Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Chelsea. But he went on to say, "There's no point in speculating when I'll leave Santos. I'll leave when I want to." Neymar scored all 4 goals, had another disallowed and hit the post as Santos beat União Barbarense 40 in the Paulista on 13 April. On April 25, 2013, his agent and father revealed that Neymar intended to leave for Europe before the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Ahead of his last match for Santos, on 26 May against Flamengo, Neymar was in tears during the national anthem. On May 24, 2013, Santos announced that they had received 2 offers for Neymar. The following day, Neymar announced he would sign with Barcelona on May 27, 2013 and join the team after playing in the 2013 FIFA Confederations Cup. Neither Neymar nor the clubs released details on the transfer fee or personal terms, safe to say he signed a 5-year deal. On June 3, 2013, Neymar was unveiled by Barcelona after passing medical tests and signing a contract that would keep him at the club through June 2018. Neymar was presented at the Camp Nou in front of 56,500 fans, a record turnout for a Brazilian player. Club vice president Josep Maria Bartomeu initially said Neymar's transfer fee was 57.1 million and his release clause set at 190 million. Barcelona's doctor suggested he might need to gain weight to be able to cope physically in Spanish football. In January 2014, the prosecutor's office in Madrid began investigating the transfer fee that Barcelona paid for Neymar. The documents submitted to the authorities on request contained contradictory information. On January 23, 2014, Rosell resigned from his position as president. A day later, the details of the transfer were revealed by Barcelona. The transfer had in fact cost them 86.2 million, 71.5 million, with Neymar's parents confirmed to have received a 40 million sum. In the aftermath, Barcelona and Bartomeu were charged with tax fraud. On July 30, 2013, Barcelona drew 22 against Lecce Dask in a pre-season friendly. Neymar made his unofficial debut when he came on as a substitute. He scored his first goal for the club in a 7-1 win against Thailand 11 on 7 August. At the Raja Mangala National Stadium. Neymar made his competitive debut for Barcelona during the opening game of the 201,314 La Liga season as a 63rd-minute substitute for Alexis Sanchez in a 70 win against Levante. On 21 August, he scored his first competitive goal for the club in the first leg of the 2013 Supercopa de España against Atletico Madrid. 7 minutes after coming on as a substitute for Pedro, he headed Dani Alves' cross to equalize in a 11 draw at the Vicente Calderón Stadium as Barcelona won on the away goals rule for his first trophy at the club. On 18 September, he made his UEFA Champions League debut, assisting a Gerard Piqué goal as Barça beat Ajax 40 in their opening match of the 201,314 tournament. 6 days later, Neymar scored his first goal in La Liga in Barcelona's 4-1 defeat of Real Sociedad at Camp Nou. On 26 October, he made his first El Clasico appearance, scoring the opening goal and assisting the team's winning goal scored by Alexis Sanchez as Barcelona beat Real Madrid 21 at Camp Nou. On 11 December, Neymar recorded his first 3 Champions League goals as he scored a hat-trick in a 6-1 win over Celtic in Barcelona's final Group H match. On September 13, 2014, after appearing as a substitute, Neymar scored his first 2 goals of the 201,415 season, helping Barcelona beat Athletic Bilbao 20. On 27 September, he scored a hat-trick against Granada in a 60 win and scored in his next 3 La Liga matches, including the opening goal in a 13 loss to Real Madrid at Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. On January 24, 2015, Neymar scored twice and assisted 2 more goals in a 60 win at Elche. On 28 January, he scored his 20th goal of the season in a 32 Copa del Rey quarter-final win over Atletico Madrid. On 4 March, Neymar scored twice in Barcelona's 31 Copa del Rey semi-final win over Villarreal to qualify the club for its 37th Spanish Cup final. On 21 April, Neymar took his tally to 30 goals for the season by scoring twice in Barcelona's 20 Champions League quarter-final win over Paris Saint-Germain. In May, the closing month of the season, Neymar scored the last goal in a 30 win against Bayern Munich in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final. A week later, he scored both the team's goals in a 32-second leg defeat at the Allianz Arena to ensure Barça would qualify for the 2015 UEFA Champions League final. He also opened the scoring with a header in a 20-league win versus Real Sociedad, a result which gave Barça a 4-point lead over Real Madrid with only 2 matches remaining. After securing the league title on 17 May with a 10 win over Atletico Madrid at the Vicente Calderón, Barcelona defeated Athletic Bilbao 31 at Camp Nou in the 2015 Copa del Rey final on 30 May, with Neymar scoring the second goal for Barça. With Barcelona's victory likely, he performed tricks with the ball in the final stages of the game, which was deemed unsporting by opponent Andoni Iraola. Barcelona manager Luis Enrique claimed that it had to be understood that such behavior was acceptable in Brazil, while Neymar himself did not apologize. On June 6, 2015, Neymar scored the 3rd goal for Barça in the 31 Champions League final defeat of Italian champions Juventus at Berlin's Olympiastadion, ensuring the club won its 5th European Cup. This made Barcelona the first club in history to win the treble of domestic league, domestic cup and European Cup twice. On a personal note, he became the 8th player in football's history to win both the Copa Libertadores and the UEFA Champions League, and the first player to score in final victories in both competitions. Neymar ended the season with 39 goals in all competitions and 10 in the Champions League, making him joint highest scorer with Cristiano Ronaldo and teammate Lionel Messi in the latter competition. He was the first player apart from those two to top the competition's scoring list, since compatriot Kaká in 200,607. Barcelona's attacking trio of Messi, Luis Suarez, and Neymar, dubbed MSN, ended with 122 goals, the most in a season for an attacking trio in Spanish football history. Due to having the mumps, Neymar was expected to miss the 2015 UEFA Super Cup and the 2015 Supercopa de España. On 17 October, Neymar scored 4 goals in Barcelona's 52 home win over Rayo Vallecano in La Liga, taking his total to 8 goals for the season. On 21 November, Neymar scored 1 and provided a backheel assist for Andrés Iniesta in Barcelona's 40 away win against Real Madrid. He scored twice in a 40 home win over Real Sociedad on 28 November, taking his La Liga total to 14 goals in 12 games. On 30 November, Neymar was shortlisted for the 2015 FIFA Ballon d'Or alongside Messi and Ronaldo, and subsequently came third. On May 22, 2016, Neymar scored a late goal in Barcelona's 20 extra-time win over Sevilla in the 2016 Copa del Rey final at the Vicente Calderón, as the club celebrated winning the domestic double for the second consecutive season, following their treble victory from the previous season. The front three of Messi, Suarez and Neymar finished the season with 131 goals, breaking the record they had set the previous year for most goals by an attacking trio in a single season. Neymar after the 40 loss against PSG on February 15, 2017. Neymar was the protagonist of the 6-1 victory over Paris Saint-Germain in the 201,617 UEFA Champions League round of 16, scoring 2 goals and assisting the decisive goal of Sergi Roberto during the closing 7-minute sequence. Overcoming the 40 loss to PSG in the first leg from February 14, 2017, this second leg match became the biggest comeback in Champions League history. On April 2, 2017, Neymar scored his 100th goal for Barcelona in his 177th appearance for the club, netting in a 41 win over Granada. On 27 May, Neymar scored in the 2017 Copa del Rey final, his 105th goal for the club, as Barcelona defeated Alaves 31 at the Vicente Calderón in Madrid. On August 3, 2017, Barcelona announced that Neymar's legal representatives made a payment of $222 million to the club, equal to the release clause of his contract, which constituted the most expensive transfer ever. The club informed UEFA so that they can determine any disciplinary responsibilities that may arise from this case. According to the BBC, in Spain, the release clause must be activated by the footballer himself. The situation was unusual, in that the fee was paid to the club directly, after La Liga had refused to receive the payment. Usually, the buyout clause is deposited with La Liga in order to release the player from his contract, and the league then passes the money to the selling club. However, La Liga rejected the payment citing violation of financial fair play, FFP, rules by PSG, who are backed by money from Gulf state Qatar. Neymar joined French club Paris Saint-Germain on a contract that would run until 2022. He was offered the number 10 jersey by Javier Pastore as a welcome gift. On August 27, 2017, FC Barcelona filed a lawsuit against Neymar, demanding he return the contract renewal bonus he received as well as $8.5 million in damages and an additional 10% for the arrears. They claimed they are owed money that Neymar received as part of the renewal bonus when he signed a new contract in 2016. The club also requested Paris Saint-Germain to take on the responsibility for the payment of the fees if the player cannot do so himself. Neymar's lawyers announced that he will contest the case. He made his debut for Les Rouges et Bleus on 13 August, netting a goal for himself and also setting up another in a 30 away victory over Gangois. Neymar added 2 more goals to his tally in the next Ligue 1 fixture against Toulouse. Forming a prolific attacking trio alongside teenage French prodigy Kylian Mbappé and Uruguayan striker Edinson Cavani, Neymar scored 1 each in PSG's 2 opening games of the 201,718 UEFA Champions League group stage, with the team winning 50 at Celtic and 30 at home over Bayern Munich respectively. During a 30 defeat of rivals Olympique de Marseille on February 25, 2018, Neymar fractured the fifth metatarsal bone in his right foot. He traveled to Belo Horizonte and underwent a successful operation on his foot. He failed to make another appearance for PSG while recovering from the injury, and consequently ended his first season in Paris with 28 goals in 30 matches. On August 12, 2018, Neymar scored PSG's opening league goal of the 201,819 season in a 30 win over Caen at Parc des Princes. Neymar scored from a penalty in his next game as PSG won 3-1 against Goncourt in League One. In the following league game, the front three of Neymar, Mbappé and Cavani all scored in a 31 win over Angers at home, with Neymar scoring from Mbappé's cutback and setting up Cavani to score the opener. On October 3, 2018, Neymar scored a hat-trick in a 61 win over Red Star Belgrade in a Champions League group stage fixture. He suffered a foot injury in late January 2019 that kept him out of his side's Champions League round of 16 tie against Manchester United FC after United eliminated PSG. Neymar went on Instagram insulting video review officials for awarding a stoppage time penalty to United. UEFA banned Neymar for 3 matches for the insult. On April 27, 2019, Neymar scored in the 2019 Coupe de France final against Rennes, but Rennes made a comeback and won on penalties. After the match, Neymar was caught on video appearing to punch a spectator in the face. The spectator had been filming and insulting PSG players. PSG said they supported Neymar 100% over the incident. Neymar admitted he was wrong, but argued that neither he nor anyone else could have stayed indifferent. PSG coach Thomas Tuchel responded, "It's not easy to climb the stairs after a defeat. If we lose, we must show respect. You can't come into conflict with a spectator." In July 2019, Neymar was absent from training with PSG, with the club talking disciplinary action. Prior to the transfer deadline in late August, Neymar agreed to stay at PSG after talks broke down over a return to Barcelona. Neymar made his first appearance for PSG in the 201,920 season on September 14, 2019, in a 10 victory over Strasbourg in League One. He scored the winning goal in injury time in the second half from a bicycle kick. 1 week later, he again scored a late winner, as PSG defeated Lyon 10 at the Parc Olympique Lyonnais. Neymar suffered a hamstring injury in October while on international duty with Brazil, and returned to play for PSG during their Champions League group match against Real Madrid on 26 November in a 22 draw. On February 18, 2020, in the Champions League round of 16 against Borussia Dortmund, he scored a crucial away goal in the first leg at Signal Iduna Park, as PSG lost 21. In the second leg, Neymar's side defeated Dortmund and made a comeback of their own in the Champions League, winning the match 20. He scored a header from a corner taken by Angel Di Maria and also made a play which led to his teammate, Juan Bernat, scoring the second goal. Neymar won his third league title after PSG were awarded League One as the season finished early due to the COVID-19 pandemic. On July 24, 2020, in Paris Saint-Germain's first professional game back after the pandemic, Neymar scored his side's lone goal in a 10 win over Saint-Étienne in the Coupe de France final, winning his second Coupe de France title with the club. On 31 July, Paris Saint-Germain won the 2020 Coupe de la Ligue final 65 on penalties over Lyon, following a 0-0 draw after extra time, which saw the side complete a domestic treble, with Neymar netting one of the penalties in the shootout. In the Champions League quarter-final against Atalanta on 12 August, he assisted the equalizing goal in injury time in an eventual 21 win. In the semi-final against RB Leipzig, he assisted one goal in a 30 victory, which saw PSG reach the Champions League final for the first time in its history. PSG eventually lost out 10 to Bayern Munich on 23 August. Neymar missed out on the first match of the 2021 season because he had tested positive for COVID-19 a week earlier. PSG went on to lose the game against Lens by a score of 10. However, he returned to training before the match against Marseille on September 13, 2020. PSG lost Le Classique for the first time since 2011 as OM were victorious 10 in a match that had 14 yellow cards and 5 red cards handed out by the referee, including one of each to Neymar. He was involved in an altercation with Livro Gonzalez at the 97th minute of the match, in the midst of a brawl that erupted between the PSG and OM players. Neymar reported being racially abused by Livro, after being sent off for hitting him in the back of the head. In the aftermath, Neymar hit back on social media, as the Spanish defender denied saying any racist comments during the match. On 16 September, Neymar was handed a 2-match ban for his actions. The LFP also began an investigation into the alleged racist comments made by Alvaro. Several days before the decision made by the French league, Spanish radio station Cadena Ser claimed to have footage of Neymar racially abusing ON player Hiroki Sakai. On 30 September, the LFP decided that both Alvaro and Neymar would receive no suspensions, because proof of their wrongdoings were insufficient. Additionally, the day after the ruling, Sakai denied on social media that Neymar had made racist comments toward him. Neymar scored his first 2 goals of the season in a 6-1 win against Angers on 2 October. He entered the list of the top 10 goal scorers in PSG history by doing so, scoring his 72nd for the club, which put him level with Ra. On 28 October, Neymar suffered an adductor injury in a match against Istanbul Başakşehir, leaving the pitch after 26 minutes of play. He made his return to action as a substitute in a 3-2 loss against Monaco on 20 November, and scored his first goal after recovering from his injury in a 10 win against RB Leipzig in the UEFA Champions League on 24 November. On 28 November, Neymar scored his 50th goal in Ligue 1, converting a penalty in PSG's 22 draw against Bordeaux. This made him the fastest player in the club's history to reach 50 league goals, doing so in only 58 matches. 4 days later, on 2 December, he scored 2 goals in a 3-1 Champions League victory against Manchester United at Old Trafford. In PSG's final group match, Neymar scored his 3rd career Champions League hat-trick against Istanbul Başakşehir, as his side won 51 and qualified for the knockout stage as group winners. He became the first player in European Cup and Champions League history to score 20 goals for 2 different clubs, scoring 21 goals for Barcelona in 40 games, and 20 for PSG in 25 games. In a 0-1 loss to Lyon on 13 December, Neymar suffered an ankle injury after a tackle from Thiago Mendes, and had to be stretchered off the field. He avoided a fracture, but was ruled out of action for 3 weeks with a sprain. International career. Following Neymar's performances for Santos in their successful early 2010 season, including winning the 2010 Copa do Brasil, in which Neymar was the top goal scorer, and the 2010 Campeonato Paulista, in which Neymar scored 14 goals, former Brazilian football players Pelé and Romario reportedly urged coach Dunga to take Neymar to the 2010 World Cup. Although the widespread opinion that Neymar deserved a place in Dunga's squad went as far as a 14,000 signature petition, and despite the huge pressure on Dunga to pick Neymar, he was omitted from both the squad of 23 and the standby list. Although Dunga described Neymar as extremely talented, he claimed that he had not been tested sufficiently on the international level to earn a World Cup spot, and he had failed to impress enough while on international duty. On July 26, 2010, Neymar was selected for the first time in the Brazil senior team by new head coach Mano Menezes for a friendly match against the United States to be played in East Rutherford, New Jersey. On August 10, 2010, he made his debut with the national team in that game, aged 18 years old, starting the match and wearing the number 11 jersey. He scored on his debut after 28 minutes, a header coming from an André Santos cross in a 20 win for Brazil. On March 1, 2011, Neymar said, "Being on the Brazilian team is a privilege. There are some marvelous players and I'm very happy to be among them." On March 27, 2011, he scored twice in a 20 win against Scotland at the Emirates Stadium. During the match against Scotland, a banana was thrown onto the pitch after he scored from the penalty spot, which led Neymar to complain about constant jeering in an atmosphere of racism, implying that Scottish fans exhibited racism. While Scottish officials explained that Neymar had been booed solely for perceived injury feigning, a German student who was in the stadium amongst Brazil supporters said that he threw the banana with no racist intentions. This led to the Scottish Football Association asking the Brazilian Football Confederation for an apology for the accusations made to the Scottish fans. Neymar refused to apologize or retract his words, claiming he did not accuse any person or any group of supporters. Neymar was the leading goal scorer of the 2011 South American Youth Championship with 9 goals, including 2 in the final, in Brazil's 60 win against Uruguay. He also took part at the 2011 Copa América in Argentina, where he scored 2 goals in the first-round game against Ecuador. He was selected man of the match in Brazil's first match against Venezuela, which ended a 11 draw. Brazil were eliminated in the quarterfinals in a penalty shootout against Paraguay, with Neymar being substituted in the 80th minute. On May 11, 2012, Neymar was selected for the squad of the Brazil Olympic football team to participate in the London 2012 Olympic Games. In Brazil's first warm-up match on July 20, 2012, against the host nation Great Britain at Riverside Stadium, Neymar was involved in both goals of a 20 win, first making an assist with a free kick into the 6-yard box for Sandro's header, before converting a penalty. On July 26, 2012, Neymar scored his first goal of the 2012 Summer Olympics in Brazil's opening fixture against Egypt, which ended a 3-2 victory for Brazil. In the following match against Belarus at Old Trafford in Manchester, Neymar scored a free kick from 25 yards into the top right corner of the goal and set up goals for Alexander Pato's header with a cross from the right and Oscar with a backheel as Brazil secured their place in the quarterfinals with a 31 win. Afterwards he said, "I scored and made 2 assists, so for me it was perfect." On August 5, 2012, in the quarter-final encounter against Honduras, Neymar scored a penalty, his third goal of the tournament, and assisted in Leandro Damio's second goal on the match, to help Brazil to a 3-2 victory at St. James Park and book a place in the semi-finals. On 11 August, Brazil lost 21 to Mexico in the final at Wembley Stadium in London. Neymar scored his first full international hat-trick on September 10, 2012, in an 80 win over China at the Estados do Rego Maciel in Recife. On 19 September, Neymar scored the winner against Argentina in a 21 win in the first leg of the 2012 Superclásico de las Américas at the Estadio Serra Dourada in Goiânia, Brazil. Neymar was selected as part of Luiz Felipe Scolari's Brazil squad for the 2013 Confederations Cup on home soil. For the tournament he was assigned the number 10 shirt, having previously worn 11. Neymar scored the first goal of the tournament in a 30 win over Japan at the Estadio Nacional Mangaranja on 15 June. In their second match, Neymar scored after 9 minutes and crossed for Jay's late goal to give Brazil a 20 win over Mexico. He scored in his third consecutive match, with a powerful free kick from the edge of the penalty area, as Brazil beat Italy 42, and received his third consecutive Man of the Match award. On 30 June, Neymar was involved in Fred's opening goal and then subsequently scored Brazil's second in the 30 final victory over Spain. Neymar's performances saw him receive the Golden Ball for Player of the Tournament. On March 5, 2014, Neymar scored a hat-trick in a friendly win against South Africa in Johannesburg. He made headlines for his conduct after the final whistle when a South African boy ran onto the pitch. As security staff began to escort the boy from the field, Neymar intervened and introduced him to his Brazil teammates before they lifted him in the air during their celebrations. On 2 June, Neymar was named in the Brazil squad for the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Going into the tournament, as the team's star player, Neymar was expected to lead Brazil to their 6th World Cup success, and first title on home soil. 1 week prior to the team's opening match, Neymar scored once and made 2 assists in a 40 friendly win over Panama. Neymar earned his 50th international cap in the opening match of the tournament, on 12 June against Croatia in São Paulo. In the 26th minute, with Croatia leading 10, Neymar elbowed Croatian midfielder Luka Modric, after which Neymar was issued a yellow card. Many critics agreed that Neymar's punishment was too lenient and that he should have been issued a red card. He equalized before halftime with a shot from outside the box and gave Brazil the lead in the second half with a penalty kick, following a controversial decision by the referee, in an eventual 31 win. In the third group match, he again scored twice as the Seleção defeated Cameroon 41 to reach the knockout stage. In the round of 16 against Chile, the match finished 11 after 120 minutes and was decided by a penalty shootout with Neymar scoring what proved to be the winning kick for Brazil. In the quarter-final defeat of Colombia, while challenging for the ball, Neymar was kneed in the back by Juan Camilo Ziga and had to be removed from the pitch on a stretcher. A hospital scan revealed that Neymar had suffered a fractured vertebra in his spine and he missed the rest of the World Cup. Earlier in the match, Neymar assisted Thiago Silva's opening goal with a cross from a corner kick. It was the second Neymar assist from a corner in the tournament, after creating David Luiz's goal in the previous round against Chile. Without their injured talisman Neymar, and the suspended captain Thiago Silva, Brazil would ultimately lose in the semi-final in a stunning 7-1 defeat to Germany on 8 July. On 11 July, Neymar was named on the 10-man shortlist for FIFA's Golden Ball Award for the tournament's best player. He won the bronze boot as the tournament's third top goal scorer and was named in the World Cup All-Star 11. With captain Thiago Silva ruled out through injury, New coach Dunga decided to make Neymar captain and confirmed on 5 September that the forward would stay on as skipper on a permanent basis. On October 14, 2014, Neymar scored 4 goals in one game for the first time in his international career, scoring all of Brazil's goals in 40 friendly win against Japan at the National Stadium, Singapore. At the age of just 22 years, Neymar had scored 40 goals in 58 internationals, and had become the 5th highest goal scorer for his national team. On March 26, 2015, Neymar scored Brazil's second goal in a 31 friendly win over France in Paris. On June 14, 2015, in Brazil's opening Copa América fixture, Neymar scored the equalizer and assisted the stoppage time winning goal by Douglas Costa as Brazil came from 0-1 down to beat Peru 21 in Temuco. After Brazil's second match, a 0-1 loss to Colombia in Santiago, Neymar was booked for handball, resulting in a suspension. After the final whistle, he was red-carded for deliberately kicking the ball at Pablo Armero, and as a result was pushed over by Colombian striker Carlos Bacca, who was also dismissed. CONMEBOL issued Neymar with a 4-match ban, ruling him out for the remainder of the tournament, in addition to a $10,000 fine. The CBF had wanted Neymar to play at the Copa América Centenario in the Olympics in Rio during the summer of 2016, but after a request from Barcelona manager Luis Enrique, he was rested from the first tournament. In late June 2016, he was subsequently one of the 3 over 23 players to be included in Brazil's squad for the 2016 Summer Olympics on home soil, and was named the team's captain by the Olympic side's manager Rogério Micali. In Brazil's quarter-final clash with Colombia on 13 August, Neymar scored Brazil's first goal of the match, from a direct free kick, and also set up his nation's second goal in an eventual 20 win. In Brazil's semi-final clash with Honduras on 18 August, Neymar scored twice, Brazil's first and last goals of the match, in a 6-0 win. In the final against Germany at the Marathon in Rio on 20 August, Neymar opened the scoring with a free kick after 27 minutes. The game finished 11 after Max Meyer equalized in the second half. Brazil beat Germany 54 on penalties, and Neymar scored the winning penalty to bring Brazil its first Olympic gold medal in men's football. Both during and prior to the tournament, he had been subjected to criticism over his conduct on and off the pitch, with several former Brazil players suggesting that he was not fit to captain the national team. Neymar subsequently renounced the captaincy following their Olympic victory. In May 2018, Neymar was named in Tite's final 23-man squad for the 2018 World Cup in Russia. On June 3, 2018, he made his international comeback after a 3-month absence from a foot injury and scored a goal in a 20 win over Croatia in a friendly match at Anfield. The following week, he became Brazil's joint third highest goal scorer alongside Romario when he scored his 55th international goal in a 30 friendly win over Austria. In Brazil's second World Cup match, played against Costa Rica at the Krestovsky Stadium, St. Petersburg, on 22 June, Neymar scored the team's second goal in injury time as Brazil won 20. The goal, his 56th for Brazil, took him third in the all-time scoring chart behind only Pelé and Ronaldo. On 2 July, Neymar scored his second goal of the World Cup in a 20 win over Mexico in the last 16, while also assisting Roberto Firmino for his goal. After the Mexico game, BBC Sport wrote that despite Neymar's good performances coming up top in several statistics at the World Cup, there is still a sense that he remains widely unpopular among neutrals due to his petulance and the play acting. Meanwhile, Brazilian newspaper O Globo wrote that Neymar has charmed Brazil, but annoyed the whole world. On 6 July, Brazil were eliminated after losing 21 against Belgium in the quarterfinals, with Neymar denied an injury time equalizer by a fingertip save from Belgium goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. In May 2019, Neymar was included in Brazil's 23-man squad for the 2019 Copa América on home soil. On 5 June, however, he suffered an ankle injury in a 20-friendly win over Qatar and was ruled out of the tournament, with Neymar expected to miss 4 weeks due to the injury. On October 10, 2019, Neymar played his 100th match for Brazil in a friendly draw 11 with Senegal in Singapore. On October 13, 2020, he scored a hat-trick in a 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Peru, which Brazil won 4-2. He reached his 64th international goal and surpassed Ronaldo as the nation's second highest goal scorer of all time. Player profile. Neymar primarily plays as either a central striker, second striker, winger or occasionally as an attacking midfielder, and has been described as a true phenomenon. He often plays as a left-sided forward for both club and country in the team's 433 formation, drifting infield. Due to his energetic pace and playmaking skills, this position allows him to shoot with his stronger foot, or create chances for teammates. Neymar's dribbling skills, tricks and playmaking ability are reminiscent of compatriot Ronaldinho. His main traits are his creativity, vision, passing, finishing, dribbling, feints, touch, and technique, being described as both electric and explosive. He is a notable exponent of the rainbow flick. A prolific goal scorer, although naturally right-footed, he is capable of scoring with both feet, as well as with his head, and is an accurate free kick and penalty taker. Neymar stated, "I'm always trying to perfect everything: dribbling, shooting, headers and control. You can always improve." He has been inspired by Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Andres Iniesta, Xavi, and Wayne Rooney. Considered to be a highly promising player in his youth, Brazilian playmaker Ronaldinho had also tipped Neymar on becoming the best player in the world, stating in 2013, "Neymar is young though, and I can't explain how special he will become. In the next 2 or 3 seasons he will become the best player." Another Brazilian star, retired World Cup winner Ronaldo, also believed that Neymar could become the best in the world, commenting, "Logically, Messi is better right now, but Neymar is a great talent who will show the world that he will be number one." Former Real Madrid sporting director Jorge Valdano has also praised Neymar, stating, "I like Neymar a lot. Many of his individual actions result in a goal, and often it's a move that only seems to be happening with him on the pitch." After joining Barcelona, Neymar consequently established himself as one of the best players in world football. Forbes on some of the traits associated with Neymar following a Champions League game for PSG against Borussia Dortmund, February 2020. However, Neymar also has been known and criticized for his excessive diving when tackled by another player, for which Pel has said, "He is a player with a body that can't take a lot of hits. A lot of times he will fall because he can't do anything else, but he was overdoing it." He continued, "Even when he is fouled, he can't make a spectacle out of it." During the 2018 World Cup, Neymar's antics inspired on social media the Neymar challenge for dramatic dives. As the star player for Brazil and PSG, he is often the most targeted player on the field. He was the most fouled player in Europe's top leagues in 2018. A divisive figure in world football, he has been accused of exaggerating injury, with Eric Cantona stating Neymar is a great actor, comparing him to a wheeled suitcase. "You barely touch it, and it turns round and round for hours." In response to the criticism over his petulance and histrionics, Neymar starred in a post-2018 World Cup commercial where he admitted to not being able to deal with his frustrations, which contributed to theatrics while on the pitch, and promised to change for the better. He has also struggled with injuries throughout his career. The media have often drawn comparisons between Neymar and Brazilian legend Pel, as Neymar possesses similar attributes and also, like Pel, came from the Santos Youth Academy and turned heads with his skill. Neymar has said that Pel is his role model, but also saying, "I don't like to make a comparison with Pel." He has also been compared to compatriot Ronaldinho. Neymar's increasing reputation led both the media and former great players to draw comparisons between Neymar and Barcelona forward Lionel Messi, which Neymar has commented on, saying, "Messi is above everyone, there is no use comparing me with him. He is the best player in the world and I always get inspired when I watch good football." Ronaldo stated, "Neymar is a great talent, the best we have in Brazil. He is very similar to Messi." Zico said, "I see Neymar like a Ronaldo or a Messi, the type who appears and makes things happen." After his hat-trick and a 3-1 victory against Internacional in the Copa Libertadores and Messi's 5 goals scored in the Champions League, Neymar said, "I'm a Messi fan. I was told what he did today. I support him to score a lot of nice goals so I can keep copying and imitating him." Outside football, Neymar has a son, Davi Luca, born on August 13, 2011, with former girlfriend Carolina Dantas. He has a very close sibling relationship with his sister Rafaela Beckryn, and cemented this platonic closeness by tattooing her face on his arm, while Beckryn tattooed her brother's eyes on her arm. Neymar is a Christian, and follows the Pentecostal branch of the religion. Neymar has spoken about his faith, saying, "Life only makes sense when our highest ideal is to serve Christ." Additionally, he has sometimes worn a headband with the words 100% Jesus. Neymar reportedly also tithes 10% his income to his church and has named Cock as his religious role model. Each year, Neymar organizes a charity match with fellow Brazilian footballer Nenen's hometown of Jundia, with the purpose of raising food for needy families. In addition to his native Portuguese, Neymar also speaks Spanish. In July 2019, police announced that a rape investigation against Neymar would be dropped due to insufficient evidence. On September 2, 2020, it was reported that Neymar, along with PSG teammates Angel Di Maria and Leandro Paredes, tested positive for COVID-19. The French sports newspaper L'Equipe said that the three players reportedly went on vacation in Ibiza. As a result, they were quarantined for 1 week, and the rest of the players and working staff were scheduled to take a coronavirus test within the same week. Neymar has signed many sponsorship deals since his reputation began to grow from the age of 17. In March 2011, he signed an 11-year contract with American sportswear company Nike, which ended in August 2020. Neymar has since signed with German sportswear company Puma. Still in March 2011, Panasonic paid $2.4 million to secure Neymar's services for 2 years. Prior to signing for Barcelona, France Football had ranked Neymar 13th in its list of the world's richest players in 2012, with total earnings of $18.8 million for the previous 12 months. He has also signed other sponsorships from Volkswagen, Tenis Peberul, Lupo, Ambev, Claro, Unilever, and Santander. By 2018, France Football ranked Neymar the third highest paid footballer in the world, earning 81.5 meters, $95 million, for a calendar year in combined income from salaries, bonuses and endorsements deals. In 2019, Forbes ranked Neymar the world's third highest paid athlete, after Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, with earnings of $105 million for the calendar year. On May 8, 2013, Neymar was rated by Sports Pro magazine as the most marketable athlete in the world, ahead of Lionel Messi, 2nd, and Cristiano Ronaldo, 8th. The same month, Neymar launched the Nike Hypervenom football boot. In November 2012, advertising agency Lodeca created Neymar's own personal brand logo, featuring the N, J and R, Neymar Jr., with the N styled to match Neymar's shirt number 11. Neymar starred in a 2014 advert for Beats with other global football stars including Thierry Henry and Luis Suarez, with the theme of the game before the game and the player's pre-game ritual of listening to music. Neymar was featured on the front covers of the video games Pro Evolution Soccer 2012 and Pro Evolution Soccer 2013 on the North American version, after Konami Digital Entertainment announced that he had joined Pro Evolution Soccer. Neymar joined Cristiano Ronaldo as a featured cover athlete. Neymar also features in EA Sports FIFA video game series, with a trailer for FIFA 18 showing him in his PSG home jersey. He appears alongside Cristiano Ronaldo on the Champions and Ultimate Edition packs for FIFA 19, where Neymar's Hang Loose goal celebration also features in the game. Neymar appeared on the cover of Time magazine in February 2013, the first Brazilian athlete to do so. The issue included an article by Bobby Ghosh entitled The Next Pal and subtitled How the Career of Brazilian Football Star Neymar Explains His Country's Economy. Controversy erupted because of a cover by Brazilian football magazine placard that depicted Neymar on a cross. The title read A Crucificado Neymar, The Crucifixion of Neymar, and subtitled, The Brazilian Ace Turns Scapegoat in a Sport Where Everyone Plays Dirty. In April 2013, Brazilian cartoonist Mauricio de Souza released a Monica's Gang comic book featuring a younger version of Neymar, called Neymar Jr., as the main character. In May 2013, Sports Pro magazine named Neymar as the most marketable athlete on the planet for the second consecutive year. He topped the list ahead of Lionel Messi, Rory McIlroy, Usain Bolt and Cristiano Ronaldo, among other sports people. The list measures the monetary value, the age, the force in domestic markets, the charisma and their market potential in the next 3 years. In March 2015, Neymar had the 4th highest social media rank in the world among sports people, behind Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi and David Beckham, with 52 million Facebook fans. He has over 140 million Instagram followers, the 3rd highest for a sportsperson, after Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, and inside the top 10 most followed people. In ESPN's list of active sportspeople in 2016, Neymar was ranked the 4th most famous athlete in the world. In April 2017, Neymar was included in the Time 100, Time magazine's list of the most influential people in the world. In 2019, ESPN again ranked him the world's fourth most famous athlete. To mark the World Cup commencing in Brazil, in June 2014, Neymar appeared with supermodel Gisele Bündchen on the front cover of Vogue's Brazilian edition. In November 2014, Neymar appeared in FIFA's 11 Against Ebola campaign with a selection of top football players from around the world, including Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, Xavi, and Didier Drogba. Under the slogan "Together, we can beat Ebola," FIFA's campaign was done in conjunction with the Confederation of African Football and health experts, with the players holding up 11 messages to raise awareness of the disease and ways to combat it. Neymar has become an icon in promoting Brazilian modern pop music, particularly música sertaneja. The video in which Neymar dances in the Santos locker room dancing in front of teammates carrying his recorder making the round of the players and making them react to the tune of Michel Tel's hit I Say Eu Te Pego went viral. He made a point of performing his dance antics to the song after scoring goals in football games and appeared live with Tel in one of the latter's concerts. He also supported sertaneja singer Gustavo Lima performing Live with Lima on renditions of the singer's hits Balada and Fazer Beber. In 2012, he made cameo appearances in the music video for yet another sertaneja hit Eu Quero Chapayo Lucas and Marcelo. In 2013, Neymar appeared on a rap music video, Padu Fugibo by MC Game. Honors. Santos Barcelona Paris Saint-Germain Brazil Youth Brazil Awards Performances, External links. 1 is Concours. 2 plaques are started to give this prize to the best grade holder at Bola de Prata since 1973. In its 2013 ceremonies, a Bola de Ouro was given to Dirceu Lopes, holder of the best 1971 grade. Francisco Reyes and Elis Figueroa, holders of 1970 and 1972 ones respectively, have not been announced as these year's winners yet.